Hello and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie Companionship Edition, even though I have no friends because I'm so lonely. So this is going to be a series of bonus videos just to show off those little neat thingies in Banjo-Kazooie that we didn't go over, like Kazooie pecking Banjo in the head and punishing her for doing such. This episode's going to be about the Bottles bonus. The picture of Bottles that I pointed out a few times in the Let's Play actually serves a purpose. If you come and look at it, Bottles has a game for you to play. Now this game is present in Banjo-Tooie as well, but it was actually hidden as a little side game you can do in Banjo-Kazooie. For doing such, you will unlock cheat codes, and you'll notice the puzzle looks a lot better than it did than Mumbo's thing, Mumbo's little picture that he had at the end of Banjo-Kazooie. That was an emulation problem. The reason it looks good now, as opposed to how shitty it looked before, is that I'm currently running this with settings that I developed. Well, not so much that I developed, but I've tested a bunch of different stuff. I don't know why I said developed, but I've tested a lot of different settings for Banjo-Tooie. And this is the setup I would use for Banjo-Tooie. I'll go over why I wouldn't use that for Banjo-Kazooie in a separate video, just for convenience. Just to split it up. Like I said, these puzzles are just to unlock little cheat codes that do neat things. I've never, really bothered too much with this, but they're neat cheat codes. They're all cosmetic changes, I believe. Well, one's slightly less cosmetic than the rest. But it's probably the coolest. So we'll go ahead and go through all these. I'm not sure if we'll just go through all of them at like regular speed or if we'll speed up or whatever. It depends on how long it starts taking me, because I'm not very good at this game. Because Bottles kind of becomes a jerk eventually and just stops, it's like, oh, you want to do my puzzle thing? Well, fuck you. Let's see you beat it now. Because it will get harder. He'll start, the pieces will start twisting, and you have to use the C buttons, or whatever your equivalent of such, to turn it around. If I believe correctly, if what I've heard is correct, if you're playing this on the Xbox version, this is not advised, you're not supposed to do this, basically, before you actually go to the levels that you're seeing in the thing, because how they program this is in such a way that, they actually have the AI running around the level, and I did not mean to put down the piece, that Banjo's actually picking stuff up, and there used to be a glitch where he would pick the shit up, and I am not doing this very well. I actually need to concentrate on this, because I am not very good at this game, which is kind of bad, because it's present a lot more in Banjo-Tooie, which is why it was just so important to get this feature to work, and that was just a really dumb mistake. The controls can be a little bit finicky, because you're just moving around Banjo's hand. Sometimes his hand doesn't go as far as you want. Sometimes it overshoots it. You just press A to put the thing in. You use the C sticks to turn the puzzle pieces, although at the moment that is nothing but hurtful to you, because, the puzzle pieces are correct. They're correctamundo. You don't need to worry about twisting them and such. They will start twisting later. I think he has 6 of these, because he has 5 bonuses and then a special bonus. And I'll show off what they do afterwards, which we'll actually finally get to go to the sandcastle to show off, cheats and such. And oh, I think, yeah, this is where they start twisting. So, the twisting isn't so much hurtful as you would think it would be, since you can kind of tell where things are going to go based on, you'll start to get a feel for, oh, well, this puzzle shape goes in that kind of thing. Unfortunately, I do not have that kind of intuition, so, bear with me, please. So hopefully I can at least, do this decently enough that I can show you all of these, because I would hate to, have to, go, well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go cut this, and, I think that was actually already right, and I managed to mess it up. Because this is where I'm going to start messing up a lot, because once they start doing the twisting thing, I start being even worse at this than I already am. This is just definitely one of those puzzles that you just got to take your time with, pay attention to what's going on, look at the size of the piece, because you'll start to get a feel for, oh, well, that side piece, I knew for a fact that side piece was one of those guys, which doesn't mean much to you, but it meant enough to me in my slightly panicked state of mind, and that I'm trying to, move this around, because on an Xbox controller, this just does not feel as natural to me as a N64 controller. I know a bunch of you probably, have a better feel for the Xbox controller, given that, a few of you might have only ever played this game on the Xbox, which is kind of a shame, but, they've made a lot of nice adjustments for the Xbox version, so I can't really blame them, even if it is part of some of like the worst stuff in the Banjo-Kazooie series, which, you know, I guess everything after 2 is kind of weird. I've never played the Game Boy one far too into it, because I just kind of got bored, to be honest. Although I've never given it a proper go. And when it comes to the puzzles, this one is honestly the hardest one in my opinion, because Banjo, the AI for it, loves to just run in that fucking corner, so a majority of the time, you know, all you're seeing is darkness, so it's kind of like you can't even pretend to, like, go like, oh, well, I can see Banjo running around, so, you know, I know where to put that, because that's kind of the trick to doing it. You, like, follow where, like, you know, what will match up in the thing. Like, I know you guys probably understand that, like, you know, oh, well, I see, you know, that puzzle piece goes there, that's how a puzzle works. You don't need to explain how a puzzle works to me. And then you punch me in the face, and it hurts a lot, even though it's coming through the internet, which I suppose would have to hurt a lot more if it was coming through the internet. And hopefully we can make it through just fine, because we've been doing relatively good. We have plenty of time on our hands. Although now that I've said that, you know, that's just the gateway to destruction opening up and the game going, don't do that. And Kazooie, what you doing? You just running into the wall. You see a little bird. Yeah, I don't know why. Just the AI in this one just hates like everything, because it's like, look how nice that wooden wall is. Don't you just love looking at that? I'm surprised that we beat that in our first try. What is that bottles bonus for? There are 5 bottles bonuses. The cheat codes being bottles bonus 1, bottles bonus 2. Like, I'm sure you could have seen that if you are actually, you know, reading fast enough to actually see it before I, you know, like, skip out of it. So I'm sorry if you're trying to read it, but I want to be relatively quick with this. Not so much that, you know, like, I have places to be, people to see. But like I said, I'm running this on my Banjo-Tooie emulation, which is honestly not the best for Banjo-Kazooie, as it's not as stable for Banjo-Kazooie as it is Tooie. But I needed it so you guys would be able to see those puzzle pieces. But that's enough talk for that. There'll be a separate video on the emulation settings, just because I had such a pain in the ass with the emulation stuff that I honestly want to spread my knowledge of what I learned. So if any of you ever want to emulate this, you will know how. Let's see. This one honestly isn't as tough as the other one, because like I said, you can actually fucking see. And oh wow, I actually thought that was supposed to go in the one to the right of it, because I thought it was a up piece, the side piece, not an up piece. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to concentrate and talk at the same time, and I'm sure I've just been spouting gibberish, and I'm so sorry if, you know, just everything's been coming out wrong. And oh wow, we're actually doing really well. Somehow I thought talking would just fuck me up, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to record this and do post-commentary, because, you know, sometimes you just need to do that to be able to do stuff properly. But no, we are actually doing very well, although I think this is his last one. Is this his last one? He probably has another one, because I remember him going like, oh, I have a big secret. Oh no, he has he has another one. Because his last, he has 5 basic bonuses and then 1 special bonus, or I guess 2 special bonuses. In that there's, you know, the regular 5, and then one of the special bonuses is just a combination of all 5, so you don't have to type them all in every time. Because we'll go over cheats and why having a convenient little cheat that does all those cheats at once is a good thing. But you know, we'll see that after this. If we can actually get through this one, because that Teehee is being awfully loud. I mean, I know that's his point. Like, you know, he's a ghost and his name is Teehee, so he has to keep on giggling or else he'll get fired. Oh wow, that was actually the right one. Let's see if we can go ahead. Hey, I was in the wrong spot. And no, I think I actually just went. Oh no, okay. Oh, I really am just freaking out about this, because this makes me really, really nervous. And I am starting to need to concentrate, so I apologize if my talking is, you know, getting even worse than it used to be. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the bonuses, there's special bonus. What the fuck kind of piece is this? Oh, it's a bottom piece, duh. I was like, no, wait, that's a side piece, and I think we're actually gonna lose this one, which is a shame, but, we did fairly well. We managed to get this far without failing, so, you know, now that the bloodbath has, you know, opened up to our, brains, so, yeah, we failed, but, you know, we got pretty close, without, you know, failing. And we're only 3 pieces away, so I think we'll be able to do it next time. So I think I'll just try and go ahead and do this without, you know, cutting or speeding up to the best of my ability. If I fail this again, then hell yeah, we'll just speed the fuck up. But this is this is just nerve-wracking, to be honest. Although I'm glad that the emulation settings at least allow you to see this, because I tried this with my Banjo-Kazooie settings, and my oh my, you would have not been able to tell what was going on. Like, it was just a big garbly gook of mess. It was like Frank Miller wrote it or something. yeah. Darn it, that one turned right as I was, like, trying to figure out what that was. Oh, I actually did turn it right. Good. I think this piece goes right here. No, that's the window. Silly me, that's not a banjo. Banjos and windows are completely different things. Like, you know, I've learned that over the course of, you know, playing this game so many times, that a banjo and a window are actually two separate entities. Who would have guessed? No, you go right there. No, I guess you go... Man, how did I messed it up on every single one of those portions of a little puzzle piece, and actually you need to be turned for that one. And I think we got this in the bag, unless I manage to fuck it up big time, which, of course, as soon as I say that, I start turning these things incorrectly, but hopefully we can put this where it belongs. That's kind of what I said earlier about it being a little bit finicky. Like, sometimes you just kind of want it to move very slightly, but it doesn't like to move. Just because Banjo's little ghostly hand controls a bit badly, and for some reason there's a few, like, little particles. I'm not sure if that's just my... No, that's not my computer screen. For a second there, I thought it was, like, dead pixels. I'm not sure what exactly that is. It's probably just a problem with the emulation, but, a very minor problem. Much better than what it was before him. Like I said, he has a super secret one where he's like, ooh, this is the hardest one. Oh, and this one actually did give me a bit of trouble. I had actually never beaten this one before. I knew what the prize was, and I had always wanted to get it, because the prize is delightful. But this one's just a pain in the ass, as far as puzzles go. And you're a side piece, silly me, and you actually go there. A few strategies I can think of. Now, there's probably some different schools of thought of this. You know, the highly controversial issue of Banjo-Kazooie moving puzzle games. Honestly, whenever I was a kid, I would always go for, like, the side pieces. And then for a while, the one I started to like a lot is, you know, trying to fill in the centerpieces, because the centerpieces are the hardest. So once you have the centerpieces set, you know, you kind of have, like, the big league chew out of the way, so you can kind of worry about, you know, small fry, the side pieces. But, you know, it doesn't really matter. You just, honestly, the best thing I can think is just to do this as fucking fast as you can. Dumb hint, I know, like, of course you want to do this as fucking fast as you can. Like, I'm actually going to lose this one. I can feel it in my bones, unless Banjo's hand, like, turns on turbo mode, which would be really, really nice. But alas, not going to happen. Oh, actually, 5 seconds. Come on, we can do this. Gotta turn that. Come on. Oh, fuck! Oh, so close. I'm so sorry. Oh, God, that was really close, though. I'm surprised I'm doing as well as I do, because I normally really, really suck at these. So I'm actually kind of proud of this, because, you know, even though we failed 2 or 3 times, I'm honestly not numbersing right now, to the best of my ability. Another hint I could kind of think is just to kind of go, like, in a clockwise fashion, around the thingamajig. Why are you not going in? I guess you're right there. Honestly, though, what works best for me is what works best for me right now is just spraying whatever gibberish I am spraying at you right now. So I am sorry if this gets even more confusing. Like, I know I've already said that, but, you know, I am really amazed that I am at least doing as well as I am. Well, for me anyways, while talking, because I did not expect to be able to puzzle this, you go one up. That was more of a problem I felt in the game. So even though I've complained about the game's controls, that one was the game. The game was like, hey, come on, you don't need to take all the blame on yourself. I am kind of a douche. And then, you know, we'll hug and make up later, because oh god, this game is so lovely. I love Banjo-Kazooie so much. Like, I know you guys have probably gotten enough of that. Like, oh, fun, we get it. You like a fucking game, you weirdo. Come on. There we go, and that was the last one. So now we get his last cheat. So we have all 7 of his cheats. The Bottles Bonus 1, Bottles Bonus 2, Bottles Bonus 3, Bottles Bonus 4, Bottles Bonus 5, ooh, and then the Big Bottles Bonus, which is a combination of all 5 Bottles Bonuses, just all at the same time, and his last cheat, Wishy Washy Banjo, which you enter all of these cheat codes the same way you'd enter any other cheat code, in the sandcastle at Treasure Trove Cove. So I'll go ahead and run over there, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so I'm sure you all remember the sandcastle where you type in Banjo-Kazooie, and then you get a Jiggy, and everything is nice. Now this is also where you come to type in your cheat codes. This is where you would come to type in the cheat codes you get from Cheeto, which are red feathers, blue eggs, and golden feathers, which double the, the associated amount, and then the ones that you get from bottles. Now, it takes forever, because you literally have to type it out like that. So you're just going around ground pounding, all these buttons till something happens. Now, I'm not going to type out all of the bottles bonuses, because that will literally take forever. In fact, I will probably, speed this up, because this is going to take forever, and I don't want to, tuck your ears off. So here it is, the combination of all the bottles bonuses. This is the big bottles bonus, so it just does all of them. Bottles bonus 1, let's see, where's my thing? The first one gives you a big head. Just increase Banjo's ego. The second one does big arms and legs. 3 gives you a small head and a tall body, which I don't know how that works off with the big head. I guess they just override small head with big head, because big head's funnier. 4 gives Kazooie a big head and big wings, and 5 gives you big heads. I'm guessing this supposed to be hands, big hands and feet. That's neat. Now, if you want to get rid of the bonus, you just type in no bonus. Now, it looks like Banjo's moving slower, but it's actually just due to the, just how much bigger his model is. So it just looks, a lot different. Did I just say? I think I just did, but, you just type in no bonus to get rid of all the bonuses. It's just so if this is just driving you insane with how just fucking rad that is, you don't have to deal with it. Now, the other bonus, Wishy Washy Banjo, which I'm gonna guess that you guys might be able to hazard a guess at what this does. But I'll go ahead and type it in so you guys can see. And presto changeo, Wishy Washy Banjo gives us Mumbo's Bad Magic, which turns us into a washing machine. The lovely, delightful washing machine. Now, for some reason, it has a broken texture, and I have no clue why that is. But this is the best cheat code in the game, in my opinion. I've never gotten to play around with it too much, but you can actually beat the game as this, because you have all of your available moves. Your attacks just don't have as good as range. And I'm not sure, because I've seen contradicting things about it. But Mumbo might not transform you. I've seen some things that says he will, some things that says he won't. So I'm not so sure. This does give you invulnerability and the cold water and a Freeze Easy Peak and the swamp water and Bubble Gloop Swamp though. So that's kind of cool. So it might be a neat thing to go ahead and just beat the game as a washer Banjo, because this is a really neat cheat code. This is also a funny little joke thingy that can happen. Whenever Mumbo transforms you, you have a chance of turning into a washing machine. Now, I've seen a bunch of things about it, and I think a few of you have left comments about it, about how it happens. Now, from what I've seen, personally from playing the game for the last 10+ years, and from sources on the internet, I think it's completely random. I'm not sure, though. That's definitely a thing that I don't know about, if Mumbo, whenever he transforms you, what it'll turn you into, how it does the washing machine. But there is a chance of you turning into a washing machine whenever you transform by Mumbo. This is kind of just how you do your cheats. Just come and slam them in with Kazooie's face. You just want to show you the big bottles bonus things. That's it for this thingy. So, there'll be a few more bonus thingies. Love you all, I guess. Because I'm your mom. Kisses. Take your lunch to school. Come home and play Banjo-Kazooie.